BaconBit.
From the files of the police squad, this is the review of The Naked Gun 2025.
Yeah, so...
Is that the movie starring the couple that are now dating?
What?
Apparently.
apparently.
Yeah.
Best publicity ever.
Yeah. This is starring...
Liam Neeson.
I almost said Leslie Nielsen because I was going to is that.
Their names? Leslie Nielsen.
They're very similar.
Liam Neeson.
Yeah. Now, this movie, Naked Gun 2025, isn't going to refer to it because that drives me nuts. It's the new thing.
Yeah.
I hate how people are doing that
When
now.
the reboot has the same name.
Same name.
But now you have to put in the year.
Yes, and it drives me nuts. But The Naked Gun 2025 is the fourth movie in the Naked Gun franchise.
Oh, this is a Naked Gun movie? This is a Naked Gun review? I don't want to be spoiled.
Oh, wait, hold on. You're just going to leave?
I'm out. Big spoilers.
Of all the movies to not want to be spoiled on, this is the least?
I guess. But so here's the thing. We're going to be talking spoiler-free about this movie for the first little part.
Yeah.
Then we're going to get into spoilers. And when I say we're going to get into spoilers, we're going to get into the part, we'll let you know, when we're going to start talking about the plot spoilers, but also some humor spoilers, some joke spoilers.
And content a little bit as well.
Yes. We'll talk about that.
You want to talk about that before, just to kind of warn a few people?
Well, I'll talk a little bit about it. But yeah, so Police Squad was the original TV show, came out in 1982. And then they had the movie Naked Gun from the Files of Police Squad. It came out in 88. Naked Gun 2.5, which came out in 1991. And Naked Gun 33 1/3, which came out in 1994. And then nothing for a while.
Wow.
So they were thinking of doing this movie. They were thinking of doing the Naked Gun reboot back in, I think it was like 2016 or 2018 or
with
something.
Someone else?
With Ed Helms. Like they were it was 2015.
Oh, they did that with Vacation.
Yeah. So they were going to do Ed Helms, Andy from The Office. He was going to be the new Frank Drebin, the lead cop, which if you don't know, Police Squad, Naked Gun, it's all a send-up of the police procedurals that were very popular at the time when the show came out. They don't really have those as much anymore.
No. Unless you're like Chicago Fire, Chicago PD.
Yeah. And so people are like, is it going to be any good? We don't know.
Yeah.
And I personally was worried because...
Well, of course.
When they reboot, comedy sequels hardly ever good. Like, I'd say, 10%? Of comedy sequels are good.
What 10%? I can't think of one. Austin Powers 2, maybe
2.5.
Yeah, okay. That's there.
Wait. Save it for... We got a show here. This is a show idea.
Oh, save it for that show?
Save it for the comedy sequel show.
Okay. But in this one...
ran in and ran back out.
Now, what would you call this, Joel? Is this a legacy sequel, as they tend to do nowadays?
Yes.
Okay.
Because this is not... It's not really a reboot because they're still talking about the previous characters. And it's not like... There's not a lot of any of the same characters in it. And so
but it's the same exact feel.
Yes.
Slapstick and all. So the synopsis is only one man. Oh, actually, Joel, could you do this one in the voice?
Only one man has the particular set of skills to lead the police squad and save the world.
All right. So obviously we have a Liam Neeson. I like how that was a little reference to Taken right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Liam Neeson, we have Pamela Anderson in this movie. Our two villains are the villains in everything, which I kind of love. It's Danny Huston, who is in Wonder Woman.
You know him as like Hades.
Yeah.
Not Hades. Excuse me. God of War.
He was
Not
he
Mars.
Poseidon?
No.
Was he Hades? No, you
it's
said
not
Hades. So I'm just going to... Zack.
Ares.
Is he Ares?
Is it Ares?
No. Ares was another guy.
I think it was Ares.
No, it wasn't Ares, I promise you.
Are you sure?
Yeah, can we look this up while I'm going over the cast list?
This is what we need to do.
And then Kevin Durant is the other guy in
Which
the movie.
know him as Creamy? Creevy? What is his name?
Creamy. It's not
creamy.
I actually like banana creamies most.
No.
They're
They're really good. Save it for our creamies episode.
chocolate or banana?
Ares.
He's not Ares.
It's literally Ares.
What?
I was exactly right.
Yeah.
And Kit's over there. No, it's not. It's the Back Wanderer.
Wow. Okay, creamy. And then also Paul Walter Hauser, who was also in Fantastic Four. And he's just the guy that shows up in things and you go, hey, I like him.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
No, I'm wrong.
Hold on.
I'm wrong.
Can we, hold on. Curtains. Okay. What was that?
Ares was in Wonder Woman, but it was not. That was
No, here's the thing.
That was David Thewlis.
Yes.
was Ares.
He was just like the Russian general.
He was the
or
Russian
German
general.
guy.
Yes, I was mistaken of who turned into Ares.
But Joel, he was also in Clash of the Titans as one of the gods.
Was he?
Yeah, and we need to find out.
No, we need to talk
Can we
about
just
this
do
movie.
a Danny Huston
No,
show?
we're like 5 minutes and we haven't talked about the movie at all yet.
Guys, this is bad content. Move on.
I thought you weren't listening. Okay, so in this movie, The Naked Gun 2025, Joel and I walked into this one kind of smirking, going, hey, I just hope it's good. I just hope it's halfway good.
I just needed a good comedy. I need a good laugh because I'll tell you what, they don't release comedies in theaters anymore.
And so was there too much hope? Not hype, but hope for you?
Well, no, but because I was worried because there's comedy sequels are bad, number one. Okay. But also when they do comedies these days, they kind of go, you know what? Let's make it completely dirty. Like, let's go for shock humor. They don't really go for clever humor anymore. They're like, we're just going to say crazy things and do crazy things and
then also repeat the same jokes we used before.
and offend the audience into laughing.
Yeah.
By the way, he was Poseidon in Clash of the Titans.
That's the one. Yeah. So the difference here is the director, he's also one of the writers, and the writing team. It's Akiva Schaffer.
Who's from The Lonely Island, which you don't know what that is. I mean, Andy Samberg, they've done a bunch of SNL shorts.
Yeah.
But also they've worked.
I didn't love Popstar.
Yeah.
Never Stopping.
Yeah.
But they have a certain brand of comedy, which can be really funny.
He
but
did Hot Rod.
This
if that helps
team
you.
also did Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers that was on Disney Plus a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Which was a big surprise for me.
Yeah, surprisingly good. So Naked Gun going into it, we sit down and we're kind of talking about it, and then I say, Kent, here's the deal. Whoever laughs first loses.
Yeah.
And so both of us fold our arms and put on our stone
I
faces.
closed up. I was like, don't even open your arm.
And we're like, here we go. 2 minutes in the movie, both of us laughed.
Yeah.
Well, like not like a little laugh. It was like a
Couldn't stop.
because it was so stupid, but it was so good.
Yeah.
In that joke that got us. And I was like, okay, fine. You got me once. And then the opening title came up and I was like, oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I laughed again. And I spent the entire movie laughing. Like, it ranged from giggles to belly laughs to snorts to ohs.
I love that your review is like the decibel of your laugh.
Yes, because there were varying degrees, but it was pretty consistent the entire time. And the movie's clipping along. Like, there's jokes a mile a minute.
Yeah.
Like, and honestly, it felt very much in the same tone as the original Naked Gun
Without
movie.
using the same jokes.
No, like they make reference to the previous movies, but they don't really reuse a lot of the jokes.
So Frank in this movie, this is Frank Jr.
Yeah,
and
Frank Drebin Jr.
Liam Neeson he very clearly throughout the movie mentions his dad. There's the scene from the trailer where they're all kind of honoring their fathers that were in the previous movies, and they're all passed away at this point, thankfully for some. And there's that joke, but then it comes back around, which we'll talk about in spoilers. But he's basically saying, like, we know we all have the same names essentially.
Yeah.
But the jokes are a little bit different, but in the same style.
Yeah. And it is, because I was worried how it was going to go. And truthfully, I was worried, and this is where the Joel will come out. I was worried it was going to be really raunchy because it took a long time for them to release the rating of this. And I kept being like, is it going to be PG-13? Is it going to be R? And they waited a long time.
Well, okay, let's talk about that without giving a spoiler. How much would you warn people against that worrying that they're like, I want to see comedy, but I don't want like my date or my kids to be embarrassed?
I don't know if I'd bring your kids to this one, only because Naked Guns are known for innuendo.
Yeah.
But this movie, because I was worried about being raunchy, it's surprisingly clean. And I say that even compared to the other Naked Gun movies. Like, I think the only, upper level bad word, they never said F word. The only kind of, the S word comes in, like, I think post credits or during credits. And that was it. And then I was like, okay, except for there's one scene.
It's an extended scene.
Yes. There's one scene that goes on a while, and that makes it PG-13. And it was kind of like, okay, we passed the line of good taste here.
Yeah.
But honestly, if you cut out that one scene, which you can see coming pretty far away.
Yeah.
But if you can jump over that one scene, it's surprisingly clean. There's also another scene that gets weird, but never too weird.
Yeah.
The snowman.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. We'll get there. There is violence in this movie, but the violence is so slapstick. It's like people getting hit by cars and rolling over them, but you don't really see. You just kind of go, oh, Frank.
Heads or arms coming off.
Yeah, they get ripped off.
Pretty bloodless.
But they're props. Like, you can tell they're clear. mannequins or props, and they show it too. They're like,
I just thought about the beginning with
I know
the mannequin.
Oh my gosh. Here's the thing, Joel. I'm right there with you. I was mad at myself because the movie starts out like an early 2000s action movie where it's like you see like the Dutch angle walking into the bank. I'm like, this movie thinks it's really cool. Oh my gosh. Cut it out.
Yeah.
Because here's what happens. Liam Neeson is perfect for this role. Just like Leslie, this way Eddie Helms would not have worked. Just like Leslie Nielsen, he's a deadpan actor that plays comedy because he's still deadpan.
Yeah.
He is kicking butt in this movie, but it's almost like the movie saying, yeah, we know he's like 80 years old. And here's how funny this is to see him kicking butt.
Now I'm wondering.
Yeah, you have to look it up.
Born
he played
in
Ares, by the way.
1952.
Okay. He played Zeus.
He played Zeus.
I know.
Yes, I don't know how old that is. Do the
Wait,
math.
it doesn't say what it is on Wikipedia?
Oh, okay, I guess I could look down here.
Right, before Zach-
73.
Hurry before Zach says it's bad content. But he's perfect in this role. Pamela Anderson, you think that she's going to play a Priscilla Presley type. And while visually that may be true, there's like a different angle there that is incorporated. And they're really good together.
So, and Pamela Anderson is one where I was like, well, how's she going to do with comedy? I mean, she was in Home Improvement, had her funny moments there.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't know, we'll see how it is. But they actually worked very well together. And that's why they're dating, apparently.
Yeah, I guess so. And in the movie, they're the only two that are not in on or I guess they're not taking it seriously, or they're just the dumb ones.
The point of these type of spoof comedies like Airplane, like Naked Gun, is that there has to be someone who's taking it so seriously, even though there's weird stuff happening around them and they say stupid things, but they're always very serious and deadpan about it. That's what makes it funny, because it's ridiculous what they're saying, but they're taking it very seriously. Yeah. And Liam Neeson did a great job of that. Like, he really is like, I don't know, ever since that, is it Extras?
Life's Too Short.
Life's Too Short.
Yeah.
Scene with him doing the greengrocer improvisational
comedy.
I was like, he's got some acting or comedy chops. And I went here and I'm like, he's got some comedy chops. And then Pamela Anderson, she does too.
Yeah.
Some of the things she says and does, I'm like, that's pretty funny because I don't expect this from you, Pamela Anderson,
Plot-wise, don't worry about it.
No.
Because the movie says, I mean, literally plot-wise, don't worry about it.
It's kind of like,
it's going to follow the same format where there's like a big event at the end.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a disaster, but we all get it. It doesn't matter.
It's exactly what you expect it to be in regard to like those crime shows you watch where it's like a crime happened.
It's a countdown.
Could be this person.
Yeah.
But it's probably this person. Oh, back to this person. That's kind of what it is. And it's really it's predictable in that way, but that doesn't matter because you're merely on the ride of the plot to see the comedy, which they allow. It's kind of like you're going through the plot of the well-known story, and then it's like, okay, but that means I can look around and see all the funny that's happening. And there's a lot. Like sight gags in the background, verbal gags in the front ground. It really does, like, it's like the other Naked Guns where there's so much going on. If I were to watch this again and skip over that one part, it would really be kind of like, oh, I didn't even notice that last time.
I think I'll laugh harder the second time I see this.
You think so?
Yeah, I really do.
Because there were some jokes that I guffawed at, and then I went, that's because it was so unexpected. I don't know if it's going to hit me the same the second time, but it may, because I know it's coming.
I loved it.
You loved it?
I loved it.
I did too.
It was hilarious.
I really, really liked it.
I walked out and I was like, are we just starved for like theater comedies?
I guess, but then, like we said, like a lot of the comedies they're releasing, like Happy Gilmore 2.
Sure.
It's just kind of this lazy rehash.
Yeah.
This was not lazy. This was clever. This was new. Like the comedy really did feel like fresh. And I really appreciated that. I actually really enjoyed this movie, and I gave it 4 stars.
Okay. I'm giving it a B+.
That's probably right.
So right there. Yeah.
I was tempted to give it a 4.5.
Well, sure. Give it some time, though.
That's the highest rating I'll give a movie on first viewing. This may go up, like the other 2 movies. Naked Gun, the first one I think has a 4-star for me, and the second one has a 4.5. Just because I know that there's ridiculous, but that's part of the fun. This has the same thing. But
I think over time, even if you don't see this for a few months again, recalling some of these sight gags in the sketches, I think you're going to like it even more.
Yeah. And I hope this does become one of those. I hope it does well in the theaters.
Yeah.
Just close your eyes at that one part. But I hope it does well because I would like to see more movies like this where it's like, hey, you know what? we can be funny again.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the things they said, I really did go, can we joke about that? Can we? But
No.
it not in like a horribly offensive way, but just like, wow, you don't hear these jokes anymore.
Yeah,
and
like,
they were going for it.
Villain's a jerk.
Yes. Yes.
All right, so let's get right into spoilers then.
Spoilers, yeah. Spoilers, yeah.
Special
spoilers,
set of
yeah.
spoilers.
Spoilers, yeah.
All right, so listen, can we cover the story really, really quickly before we do side gags and all
let's
that?
do the story.
Okay, so there's a main villain and there's a henchman, right? And we talked about who they are, and they're like the guys who play the bad guys. And they break into a bank and they literally steal, I don't want to say this too loud, just in case Zack hears, the plot device.
No, he grabs this thing out of the safe deposit box and it's a little hard drive.
Yeah.
And at first you look at it, it's like this little glowing hard drive, and then he wipes it and you see it says plot device. And that's the joke that got both me and Ken to break, just because we were like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what it is.
Immediately you see the scene from the trailer where he walks into the bank as this little girl with this lollipop, but then he just kicks butt, and it is the silliest action scene that is.
It is hilarious. Are we talking about plot or are we talking about jokes?
Okay. So back to plot. Basically, the bad guys. I mean, it's a certain billionaire that has electric vehicles.
Yes.
And
It's yeah.
and
it's
essentially
thinly veiled.
wants to make a deep impact sort of world.
Yeah, so he's concerned, like he has made all these advancements in technology, but he feels like society is not advancing right.
Yeah.
And so what he wants to do is take a bunch of his buddies into a cave.
He wants to first use the big climax from Kingsman, the Secret Service.
Yes, because he's going to release this plot device, which what it does is turn people to their baser instincts, which means it goes off and people just go back to animals and fight each other.
I couldn't believe they actually used that. I'm like, really?
Yeah,
I mean, that was probably like a lazy
that
point
is
of the
Kingsman,
movie.
the Secret Service.
Yeah. But like the movie doesn't care that you know that at the same time.
Yeah,
It's like a means to an end.
Yeah. So then we're like, that's the plan is they're going to go in the cave where they're protected, and then, which is weird because I don't know, that's getting into the plot more than it probably should, but because they have the things that protect them from, like, why not just stay out there? Whatever.
But meanwhile, like Frank is investigating a murder that is behind this whole conspiracy, and that leads him deeper and deeper into becoming like.
And Pamela Anderson's brother is killed.
Yes.
And so therefore she decides
They're both investigating.
yes.
And so really, like, that's it. I mean, there's a UFC fight at the end instead of a baseball game like in the first
I
one.
was trying to remember Pamela Anderson's character's name, and all I can remember was fat moron eating spaghetti.
A fat bozo eating spaghetti.
That's it. Yeah.
It was Cherry.
It's Beth Davenport is her real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, what was it?
I don't remember. It was
Yeah, Cherry something. Anyways.
Funny gag because it kept coming back.
And, you know, she makes fun of herself. He makes fun of himself. It plays on all the cop tropes of, you know, grabbing a coffee, always having a coffee in
Oh my
hand.
gosh, there were so many coffees in this movie.
It's ridiculous.
Spoiling jokes all the way.
Okay, so that's the story, right? The
Yes.
story is just like, hey, guys, this is a cup where we're going to put jokes, but don't worry about too much about the cup.
Yeah. But then the jokes come in, like even with the bank heist, there's a part where he grabs a guy as a human shield, and it's very obviously a dummy. Like it doesn't even look real. And
Like you'd make in high school,
yeah,
right?
and all the guys are shooting at it. Like they're not even aiming for him. They're shooting the dummy to the point where he finally takes it and throws it towards them, and it lands in the middle of them. They keep shooting the dummy, and then they all shoot each other and die. For some reason, I feel bad spoiling it because it was like, to me, like, oh my gosh, that is so funny because why on earth would they do that? So yeah.
There's a scene here that I'm always going to remember now, and it's one of those. They did this before
Not
in the
the
Naked
scene, right?
No, but they did this before in the Naked Gun movies where you see like a what would life be like if it was happy sort of scene.
Yes.
And they show this really beautiful montage of he and Pamela Anderson falling in love so quickly.
Yep.
And going to a cabin, a snowy cabin. And, you know, it's like nice. And they play piano and then they start some witchcraft.
What's the song that's playing over it? It's not I Think We're Alone Now.
No, it's not just the two of us. What is it? It's a perfect song for the scene. But they animate a snowman. And the snowman, you know, there's some iffy scenes there, but at the same time,
It's a little weird at that point.
it gets jealous and it tries to kill them. And this is like
Nothing's going to stop us now.
nothing's gonna stop. Oh, it's perfect, right?
Yeah.
It's like a 6-minute scene where you're like, wait, this weird fantasy sequence became a mini movie.
Yeah, it's like I remember I was watching it and all of a sudden I went, wait, this isn't even the plot. We've completely derailed the plot. But that's what was funny about it.
It's so funny because the movie goes, oh yeah, we're sorry.
Yeah. There is the scene in question. I'm not going to get into too detailed of what it was, but you'll see it when it's coming. And you may have seen it in the trailer because they played part of it. But essentially, the Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson are being spied upon, and they close the blinds as the guy has to use infrared.
Yeah.
And the problem with infrared, it's very 2D. And so there's things that they are doing that look very inappropriate to the person who's spying on them.
Yeah.
And it definitely...
Very inappropriate.
It crosses the line.
Yeah.
So that was the part where I went, okay. But then I was worried that was what the whole movie was going to be. It never really retreaded on that again. They make jokes about O.J. Simpson.
Yeah.
They make jokes about Bill Cosby.
Uh-huh.
They make a joke about the R word.
Yeah.
That
there are references here, and normally I'm like, references are cheap, but they go so deep into the references that you're like, you've done your you've done Joel research on this, because they talk about Black Eyed Peas, and it's not just like, oh, isn't it funny they had a dumb song? They're like going through the history and the band members. They talk about Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and they go into each of the characters, and you're like, I can kind of appreciate this, right?
Yeah. But that's the funny thing about it, is that I kept being like, okay, I don't think Liam Neeson really knows about this, but the way he spoke about it, you're like, oh.
It's like me
okay.
talking about sports.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, okay, you're reading something.
Yeah, but at the same time, it works.
Okay. Also, one of my favorite jokes, and this is so dumb, probably won't even age well, is at the beginning of the movie, he asks the picture of his dad at the shrine to give him a sign that he's proud of him. And basically, he kind of does this 21 Jump Street thing where he says, I'm never going to be better than you. I just want you to think that I'm my own thing.
Yeah.
And he says, maybe give me a sign like an owl or something.
Yeah.
And so an owl shows up at the end of this movie, and you're like, okay, it really touched this new Frank Drebin character. And then he has a high-speed chase riding this, or holding onto this owl.
It is so ridiculous. Well, that's the other thing I was going to mention. The other thing I was going to mention is that it's like in 90 minutes, 85 minutes.
Yeah.
It's really fast. Like as it was ending, I looked over at Ken and I said, is it really over? And
Isn't it so refreshing though.
It was, though. It was sharp. It was quick. It was crisp comedy, and it was clever comedy. And I really did go, wow, that's really what I was hoping it would be.
Yeah.
I was worried about it because it was definitely like, okay, we're redoing a comedy. Because I own the first two Naked Gun movies. I don't really care for 33 and a third that much.
Yeah.
But I do. I was just looking at this right now. I was trying to find that quote. This guy's saying, breezy 85 minutes. Plus Buffy, Sex and the City, and Fergie jokes. What's not to like?
Oh, the Sex and the City joke was so funny. And the only thing they really retread, and this is more of a tribute, is that there's like a couple credit stingers. And Joel actually made me stay, and I'm so glad he did, because I was like, we're good. We got the jokes, but they do the recreation of the cop going through all these different places, or the cop car going through and crashing into everything. And so they don't make that part of the movie, but it's like a little gift.
Little homage.
But then they have stuff in the credits.
Yeah, like you want to stay through the credits. Well, there's a funny gag they do at the end too, where in the police squad show, at the end of almost every episode, the two main characters freeze and everything around them moves. And in the movie,
I didn't catch where that came from.
So
okay,
they do that, and in this movie, they have the people in the background all freeze, and the two front characters move, which I thought, oh, okay, nice.
And it was like a nightmare dimension for them.
But remember when the guy tripped over the words?
That was so clever.
I love that. Anyway, but I would say stay through the credits only because they do the thing where it's like, if you're paying attention to the credits, like in one of the Naked Gun movies, for example, they give a full recipe, or maybe the Hot Shots. Anyway, it's that type of credits that they're going through, and I was like, see Kent, funny thing. Yeah,
and I was all ready to go.
And there was a stinger at the end that I felt was worth staying for.
Oh, there's a song that they make reference to in the middle of the movie that is great.
A song they make reference to?
Beth.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Song I may sing to those that I love.
Indeed.
Yes.
Overall, though, I can't wait to watch this again.
I
would own this movie, Joel.
Like, I want to go see this one with my brothers. I do. I just going to hide our eyes at one part, but I really do think it's just funny. It's just funny.
I'm like, I was going through my Letterboxd, and I usually keep track of like, what's my top 10 of the year so far? And I put Naked Gun on my top 10. I was like, wait a minute. How did you get there?
And that's what I'm worried about, too, for mine. I shouldn't say worried about, but I'm pretty
surprising.
Pretty sure I'm almost definitively this will make my top 10. I'm wondering if it's going to make my top 5.
It might. Same.
So we'll see. Which would be funny because, it's a comedy sequel. And I don't think it's a very, common thing for us like that.
Right.
I'm trying to think. Now we're just rehashing jokes.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think if there's any other jokes that we really enjoyed.
I mean, the claw machine.
That was great, picking up the car. Pamela Anderson scatting for an extended period of time was pretty entertaining to me.
Great.
Like, because she wasn't afraid to make herself look completely silly. I enjoyed that. Punching and throwing kids across the hall was pretty entertaining to watch,
The
too.
sleeping husband of the police squad chief.
That was a fun gag. Now we're just hashing.
Yeah.
Now we're just
There's
hashing
like,
stuff.
wasn't that funny?
Just listen to us enjoy this movie. But
If you've seen the movie, hopefully you're not listening still, because we want you to enjoy the jokes freshly.
Yeah. But if you have, let us know on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. Let us know if you liked it. And are you a fan of the original series as well? And go watch Police Squad. If you want to understand what this is about, you can go watch Police Squad. It's like 6 episodes. Super easy watch. I think they're like 20 minutes each. So it's really easy to watch if you want to do that as well. But for now, this Bacon Bit is over. There's nothing to see here. Please disperse.
Guys, this is bad content. Move on.